do a lot of work with leaders, with executives, with top level people. Mm-hmm. And you talk about branding, personal branding within a business setting and how that mm-hmm. can help propel these leaders to greater success. Mm-hmm. I'd just like to hear a little more about that, because you don't necessarily hear personal branding in corporate put together very often.
It's so vital nowadays, even more than ever, for a bunch of reasons. And one of the examples I give is that, well, gosh, nobody really buys a Nike shoe, right? They buy the feeling that's been created by watching Michael Jordan in a commercial. That's one thing.
Yeah. Second
thing is we always, and this is at a higher level, right? I'm not talking about a pack of gum. I'm talking about, something of substance, a larger project or business or product or service. We always, transact with people, not with brands. Brands are there to support the interpersonal relationship, the sale, the transaction, whatever it is. And the other example I give is like, listen, even McDonald's has a clown. Okay. So you better have a personality with your business. Otherwise you're just a commodity. There's no personality behind Intel. Sorry.
Yeah.
But there's plenty of personality with a lot of our brands out there, with Starbucks, and the feeling you get by walking around with that mug with your little Starbucks symbol on there, or your Gucci bag, or things like that. So yeah. Personal branding is, number one, personality of your business or enterprise. But at a deeper level, the person behind it is so vital. If you look at like Tony Hsieh, right? It started Zappos and wrote a book, Delivering Happiness. And, it wasn't because of this book necessarily, but it certainly helped when Amazon bought him for $1 billion. So having a personality or having a personal brand with your company, no matter at any level, is going to only benefit you both tactically today and strategically for the future. We work with a lot of individuals who are very happy with their business, but as someday they might want to retire, be on a board of directors somewhere, do something different. And my gosh, that's not difficult to do if you've been successful and built an 8 or 9, 10-figure company, but it's so much easier if you've got a book to go along with it. Because now you're a thought leader in this space. I've got a bunch of clients who have like, hey, I'm a professional in energy. I know this space really, really well. I'm building my company up. I'm going to probably sell it or give it to my kids in the next 5 years. But after that, I'm only 40. What am I going to do? I don't know. Like, man, you just want to work on your swan song, on your book, on your position, what you stand for, or what you stand against, either way. But you've got to have that personal brand, because without it, you might be starting over again with from ground zero. And you got a little credibility and experience, but a book will give you permanence, because everything else out there, brochures, social media, email, even this podcast, everything is very, very temporary, because we don't really have a Library of Congress for tweets, do we? No. We have a Library of Congress for books, because I've never thrown a book away in the garbage in my life. I've thrown business cards away as soon as I get them, but books never. It's like we feel like we're burning them or something, right? We're never going to burn a book.
Yeah.
If it's a bad book, I might donate it to Goodwill, but I'm not going to burn it or put it in the garbage can. So.
Yeah. I even have a hard time writing in books, which is like, what's the big deal? But yeah, I just feel like it's like not right somehow.
Yeah. So a personal brand is definitely an advantage. There's hardly a person or business owner who won't benefit from it. From both, like I said, today's reason as well as the future.
So what about people that maybe aren't at the top level leadership? Those that are aspiring or up and coming?
That's everybody, by the way.
Yeah.
I work with a guy who, I have a couple billionaire clients, and you'd say they're at the top of their game, and certainly financially they are. But the good ones, they always say they're always learning, always growing, always sharing. They're involved in the game. And here's the other thing. I gotta say this, because it's so funny, because I talk to a lot of people about their book and their brand and all that. And, I want to be the next Tony Robbins. I'm like, there's already one. Why don't you just be the best Bob Jones, okay? Just be the best you can be, and quit trying to take over the world. Why don't you take over your community first? I have an expression I love to use, like, I can help you become slightly famous. And that means in your community, in your niche, 7 billion people, it's unlikely they're all going to know you. and don't try. It's not wise. But hey, if you're a really good florist and you got some really cool thing, your floral shop just rocks, and there's a bunch of floral shops who are struggling, you can dominate that industry within a year if you do it right. So whatever your niche is, and please, the narrower you go, the better this works. I remember a quick story that I was learning about the internet, when it came out in 98, 99, and I'm watching this thing on a forum, right? And this person talked about how they made before 2000, right? This is before the big bubble. They were making $80,000 a year selling tumbleweeds. Tumbleweeds online. Had a store. They lived out in the West. They go pick them up, box them up, ship them. $80,000 a year in 25 years ago. So don't tell me your niche is too narrow. Oh, no one's going to want to talk to left-handed paper hangers in Iowa. Oh my gosh, there's plenty of them there, and you could dominate that in less than a year. But the narrower you go, people believe, oh, that's limiting myself. I don't want to be a quantum physics guy here, but that you can just do that for like the first year, and then you can go like the next county the second year. You can stack like regular businesses do. They don't go nationwide the first day, right? Yeah. Start with what you can do right here, right now.
It's that ripple effect. Yeah. So many things.
Yeah, it builds upon itself. Your reputation precedes you, and you can build up upon something. It's so much easier to do that than to try to be everywhere all at once. So narrow as soon as you can, and stay there until everyone cannot ignore you, and then you can expand.